Hello, stranger. What are you buying?
He's not in the game.
What are you selling?
They replaced him with a box.
R.I.P. my guy, my lad. He was a lad. He just wanted to sell us things.
And that's a short intro to what our podcast will be about today.
Yes. Welcome to episode 24 of the Restored Geeks Podcast. My name is Tristan.
I'm Peanut.
Yes.
I'm Chandler.
In our other
And I'm coming for you. I'm making a channel called The Baked Potato.
yes.
And,
It's going to have Tally's eyes from...
yes.
Yes, because he's baked all the time. Get it? Anyway. But yeah, our other friend isn't here right now because he's at work, because he's,
Call out like I told him to.
he's an employed loser. I know we're all employed here.
Yeah.
I can't really...
Double you.
I can't really make a joke on that. Anyway, so, Resident Evil 9 Requiem is out. We're going to give a review of it here. And so, because of that, our schedule on this podcast for this one is going to be screwy, because we're going to do gaming last, because that's our main topic. This one's going to be a chill video where we're not really going to do a biblical analysis. We're more going to just give a review of Resident Evil 9 Requiem because it's a huge release. So every now and then we'll do that whenever there's a massive release within gaming. So, yeah. So with that being said, we'll start off with movies. I'll start with myself. I've watched nothing. What about you?
I don't think I've watched any movies.
You know what? You haven't watched any?
No.
Oh, okay. So, do we have movie news?
Just yours.
So, to start with movie news, man, we had a really stupid one these past couple of weeks. So, the BAFTAs, which is basically the British kind of Golden Globes, or Oscars, I guess, awards happened, and there was a British movie that came out from... I forgot the guy's name, but it was from a dude who suffers with Tourette's syndrome. And Tourette's syndrome, his specific Tourette's syndrome makes him shout out of things that he does not want to shout out. And there's a movie, so this movie's called I Swear, and it's about his Tourette's syndrome. And I haven't seen it. I do want to see it and give our thoughts on it whenever it is like out, but it's not
streaming. Like, you can't get it online yet.
Yeah. I don't think it does till like April or something like that. Yeah. So he attended the BAFTAs because they were given the movie was nominated. And he, unfortunately, while Michael B. Jordan and another guy, I forgot his name, was on stage, he unfortunately yelled out the N-word. And it was involuntary because of his Tourette's. And this, of course, spread all over online and stuff like that. You had a lot of people who they're so empathetic. They're so into, like...
They want to be the victim.
Well, man, they're so into, understanding people. They said that, despite his Tourette's being involuntary, he shouldn't have said that. He was thinking it. How dare him? Do y'all know what involuntary means?
Doesn't matter how it works.
Do y'all know what empathy means?
No, they don't.
They really do not. This right here was a huge test that they failed at, that showed that they do not really care about their activism. A lot of these people care more about social points, basically. Yeah. Because I can tell you right now, I'm somebody who, as a kid, struggled with a mild form of Tourette's syndrome. Mine was like making clicking noises and blinking a lot. And as a kid, it was pretty bad. I would sometimes get to the point to where the bottom of my eyes would sometimes almost swell up because of how much I would blink a lot. I still kind of have it now, but it's kind of... It kind of comes and goes. And a lot of the times when it comes to Tourette's syndrome, stress has a lot to do with it. So a lot of the times when I get really stressed, it would kind of come back for me. Most of the time it's not like bad, but as a kid it was really bad. And anytime I get stressed out, it gets really bad. And I can tell you, even from my experience with it, there is this like something in the brain that when it gets triggered, your body feels like it has to do it. And it sometimes you can mitigate it, you can like control it, but a lot of the times that feeling gets so overwhelming that it just happens. And this is how it is with like what this guy who made the Tourette's movie has. Something happened in his brain where his body feels like it has to shout out obscenities. And sometimes he may be able to, and I can't really speak for him, but maybe sometimes he might be able to mitigate it, but sometimes he might not. And a lot of the people that attended the BAFTAs, they said that he was ticking basically all night. This N-word that he just shouted out was just one of the many things that he unfortunately involuntarily shouted out. It's just, unfortunately, this one was a ill-timed one, and it went live, but everything else he said didn't go live. Yeah, so that's how Tourette syndrome works. Like, a lot of the times, like, sometimes you can kind of mitigate it, but a lot of the times it just happens because it's something that goes on in your brain that you have this massive urge that it has to happen.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just involuntarily does. So that's how Tourette syndrome actually works. And I pray for that guy that made the movie, because I know the movie was meant to give awareness to it.
Yep.
And now this happens, and he's probably feels like he has to go back in hiding, which is very sad. So yeah, I pray for that guy, and I pray for all the people that basically called him a racist when no, he's not, because he blurted that out involuntarily due to his Tourette's syndrome does not mean that is how he actually feels. I pray for all those people that they get over themselves and they actually learn what Tourette's syndrome. They actually watch the movie and understand what it actually is. You know, the movie they were there to celebrate.
What movie? There's no movie.
Yeah. Oh no, this thing.
All that there is the live footage of him yelling the N-word. That's all he is, and that's all he'll ever be to other people.
Yeah, this here, like, generally hit home for me because I suffered. As I said, I've suffered from what I would consider a mild form, not because I would consider his like a severe form. Mine has always been like a more mild form, but still, like even with mine not necessarily being audible like that. It's still, I know how exhausting and how embarrassing it can be, especially when people catch you doing it. And because I've personally had to play off, especially as like a teenager, play off some of my like blinking that I would do as like I had stuff in my eye and all that when people at school or at work would see me do that. It can be embarrassing. So yeah, I pray for that dude.
Other than that, Markiplier's Iron Lung is returning to theaters.
Oh, nice. Let's go. Yeah. To make the $20 more million. Let's go.
Victory lap over Hollywood again.
Yes. Hey, that's fine. I'm glad to see it. Glad to see it. I guess we'll move into TV shows now. For me, I'll start off. TV shows I've been watching. Better Call Saul. Great. Fantastic. Probably the best spinoff ever created. And then other than that, it's been JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Just part 7 is coming out this month. But yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's an absurd, ridiculous show, but it leans into how ridiculous and absurd it is, which makes it fun to watch. Now, I will say about it, because we're a Christian podcast, and so we're going to. Everything that we talk about, we also need to give like content warnings on. It does have fan service, if you know what I'm talking about, in it. And there's also because I just watched this, I just saw this episode a couple of days ago. There's a very strange episode about a orangutan that is pedophilic. And there's a girl that is like, there's a young like 12-year-old girl that is with like the Jotaro and his gang. And they're on a ship, and this ship is being manned by a orangutan who likes the girl very much. And the girl goes to take a shower, and the orangutan goes to try and SA her. Now, Jotaro steps in and punches the orangutan before it happens. But you see the young girl's naked butt in the shower. And to that, I say, why did we need to see her naked? Why does she need to be showering? Like, so some animes have weird episodes like that. I recommend skipping that episode. I think it's like episode 7 of part 3, but I recommend skipping that episode if you get to it. It's a very strange episode, but other than that, the show's very fun to watch. So, yeah. Anyway, what about you, John? What have you been watching?
Just Better Call Saul.
Nice. Where were you at in it?
Almost done with season 5.
Nice. Let's go.
I started from season 1 though.
Yeah, you've been speed running it. It's really good, though.
Yeah. Haven't been bored.
Nope. Really good.
All right, leave the show news.
Yes.
Sad day. Smiling Friends creators say that they've had enough and will not be continuing, even though they were renewed.
Yeah, man, I would have liked at least 2 more seasons. Like, give it 5 seasons. I mean, I'm glad with the 3 that we have, but 5 would have been great.
No offense to them, they did say that it was tiring and they were burnt out.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should have just kept to YouTube, because it sounds like you all just weren't cut out for making a full TV show.
Possibly. I know that.
I do like what you've given.
Yeah.
But you should have at least finished these next two that you were renewed for.
Yeah, I know that the animation probably is really hard to do because it uses so many different animation styles.
Yeah.
That it mixes together. So the production of that might have been tiring. But yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure the guy who voices Charlie, because Charlie's just his normal voice. I'm pretty sure he voices most of the characters.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows.
Well, what about him?
Huh?
Oh, no, he voices most of the characters?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's okay.
probably tiring.
Yeah. Gotcha.
All right, and then I have one more. Insane news. One Piece has officially sold more manga than any comic ever made, including the original Superman.
Yeah. Hail Luffy.
Bruh.
No, it's almost like...
I enjoy that, because that's a big singer to the comic book industry that is falling off because they put progressives in it.
Yes.
In the Hollywood as they continue to screw up.
Yeah, it's almost like if you ham-fist political ideologies in your stories, people will go elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because the thing about, manga and anime have been going up in popularity over the past few years because of this.
Yep.
And it's because, like, for instance, I'm watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure right now. We can talk about how ridiculous and absurd that show is, the story to that show is, but the thing is that there is no ham-fisted political message in it, and it does the hero's journey that appeals to a lot, especially younger men, very well, in the sense of how it builds up to this. There's this epic adventure, it builds up to an epic fight, and it does it in a satisfying manner. Same thing with One Piece. One Piece does that. Dragon Ball Z does that. Demon Slayer does that. Like that is the reason why all of these have grown in popularity. Jujutsu Kaisen does that. That's the reason why they've been growing in popularity. They're telling these classic stories far better than Hollywood and the comic books are now, because here we want to deconstruct everything endlessly, and we want to hand-fist political messaging in it, and we destroy our stories doing that. Is that it for TV show news?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll move into gaming then, and before we talk about what we've been playing, we'll go into gaming news. So, what gaming news do we have for this week?
I'm going to start with this one because I'm going to weed these people out into the comment section so they can run their mouths. Marathon released.
Nice. It's great, isn't it? It's the best game ever. Did you know that if you say anything negative about Marathon, you're the reason why we're getting Call of Duty 56? Yeah.
Have you been reading the comments or something? Because this is an actual comment.
Yes, I know.
You're not allowed to have criticism of Marathon. Now, the Marathon came out to a max players of 88,000.
Mm-hmm.
And rejoice! That means the game did well. Until you realize that it's a AAA live service game and actually look at it with an actual brain.
Mm-hmm.
So, Marathon's 88,000 is less than Destiny's lowest point during a launch.
Yes.
Actually, it's less than half.
Good.
It's less than half of that, and it's less. It's like less than a fourth of what Arc Raiders pulls in a day.
Yeah.
For a triple A, the 88,000 is really bad, and it's also being absolutely destroyed by an indie game called Slay the Spire 2.
Oh,
which
yeah.
has concurrent players in the 300,000 range.
Yeah.
So, to say that this game is a success, you're lying, especially the YouTubers that are paid off, by the way. Don't listen to what they say. They are paid off.
Yeah, or they're just delusionally positive.
Especially the Destiny YouTubers that are playing Marathon right now for one of two reasons. They're paid off, or they see where this is going, that their Destiny's about to take a massive hit, and they're going to move into Marathon because it's what Bungie's going to try their hardest to make a thing and fail at doing.
Yeah.
88,000 for an indie game. You will typically start small,
Yeah.
and then grow over time. For a live service AAA game, live service, your max players, you never reach it again.
Yeah.
Your launch players. So you're very likely to never grow beyond 88,000. So this game is a failure.
Yes. Yeah.
Mega
good.
failure.
Good, because I'm sick of these. I've seen play a lot of. I've seen gameplay of Marathon. I haven't played it, but I've seen it. I'm not impressed. It looks like live service number 5,822. I'm so sick of these. This attitude of turning games into business, where it has to be constantly online, and it has to constantly try and keep the players online. We don't need this. Look at what's gone on with Resident Evil 9 Requiem. It's a single-player game that is massive and sold a lot.
And one of the most, a fun gaming experience I've had.
Yeah, which we'll get into.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
But Marathon is failing. I can almost guarantee we'll see layoffs soon.
Yeah.
For this.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it, yeah.
Even though they're on the front end going to be saying, listen to the YouTubers, this was a success.
Yeah, listen to
the streamers, this was a success.
All right. Don't listen to the regular person whom you get the most money from.
Yeah. They're going to be like, this was a success, while axing a third of their workforce.
Yes.
And then we won't hear about it for like a month afterwards.
Yeah.
Because they're going to continue to try to hide it.
Yeah.
This game is terrible. It has failed.
But it's new. So why are you ratting on a new? Why are you ragging on it?
That it failed. The only reason that the big Destiny streamers are still playing it right now is because, one, they're either coping, which I've seen a lot of cope. Two, they're paid. I can almost guarantee you they're paid, especially the Destiny streamers.
Yep.
And then three, they are definitely seeing which way the wind is blowing. Bungie put out a thing saying that that most of the content coming out will be free updates, no DLC needed.
Nice.
Well, just go ahead and take a massive... Here, Bungie, I'm about to eat some cereal. Can you take a massive diarrhea in it for me?
Yes.
As I am a Destiny player that you are just giving the middle finger to.
Exactly. The ones that you bought $40 for, yeah.
Exactly. And we're going to actively lose content in Destiny, as Bungie is going to try very hard to make this a success. The thing is I know Bungie enough to know that this is a red herring.
Yes.
They're trying to keep sentiment up, and then all of a sudden you're going to get a message being like, we have revised our strategy and need to have a little bit more monetization. So next updates will be $15 paid DLC. Bungie, the thing is surprisingly, EA has stepped out of worst gaming company.
Yes.
Bungie is the single most scummy game company out there.
Yeah, I do. What Nintendo?
Nintendo still makes good games.
That is true, though. Bungie has not made a good game since Halo Reach.
It's also taking a lot of their scumminess from Bungie. Bungie started the under-delivered nonsense.
Yeah.
Actually, Bungie, whatever weird, squirming, naked mole rat of a company this is, where all of the actual Bungie employees are gone.
Yeah, I was about to say, that we're not talking about the Bungie that made the original Halos.
No, they're gone.
That Bungie was the real Bungie. This is a character assassinated Skinwalker of Bungie.
And then, to me, I'm just like, well, fine, continue to cope and live in this perpetual state of unenjoyment.
Yes. That's the big thing. That's what I hated about Destiny, and that's why I have zero want to play Marathon.
These streamers will tell you up front that they're having a blast, yet they spend their entire time arguing with their fan base or arguing, coping in all of this. And I know from experience, because I played Destiny for years and only quit recently, that they're lying. It's a front they're putting up while they're playing to make you think that it's a good game so that they can continue to earn and all of that, because they're too... I'm a Christian. I'm calm down. But they just won't admit that the game is terrible, and they won't put their foot down and demand a better product.
I'm sick and tired of trying to walk around this whole delusional positivity. Get some freaking standards, people.
Yes, exactly.
Stop with this argument of, well, it's a brand new game, so we gotta at least be nice to it because we're gonna get Call of Duty 56. You all are the reason why we're getting Call of Duty 56. You all are the reason why we're getting half-baked content. Get some standards. Demand more. Demand better quality. Quit burying your head in the sand. Quit bowing and quit bending over for these companies that are spitting in your face.
Yeah.
Stop it. Get some standards.
Stop shining the boots of the people that are beating you over the head with a spiked baseball bat.
Yeah. We're not saying that you need to become overly critical. Just get some daggone standards, because the standards are in hell right now is where they're at. And it's so sick.
It was made by a technically indie company. And it's pulling 5 times the numbers of this AAA slop that has no soul.
Yes. Arc Raiders is an example of a live service done right, because it has great mechanics. It's fun to play.
Yeah, it's a much better game. Yeah. And then now on to what you wanted to talk about. The people online shilling for this game is insane. You are not allowed to have an opinion on this game unless it is their opinion.
Yes.
And one of the funniest is, the argument is always, you just don't like it because you're mad. Well, I was watching I watched a ton of reviews of this game. And
wait. Can that be slung right back at them? You just like it because you're good?
Technically, yes. And then they would be like, of course.
But that doesn't make the game good.
No, it doesn't make the game good. I could be good at freaking Ride to Hell Retribution.
Exactly, yes.
I could be able to speed during that game in 5 minutes.
We could be good at Gollum.
I could get good at Gollum and this would kill me.
Exactly.
It doesn't make the game good.
It's like when somebody says, stop criticizing, let people enjoy things. They can be slung back at them and be like, stop having fun, let people criticize things. Like, you see, it's not an argument. Like,
I watched a bunch of reviews, and one of them put it perfectly. He said, why is this an argument? Because people who come home from their work, they then have to help their kids do their homework and all that, and they get 30 minutes to play a day, and they get on the game and they get curb stomped by some dude living in his mother's basement that hasn't left the gaming chair for months. Yeah. And then they decide to get off the game and give it a bad review. They are allowed to have that opinion of the game. And then he brought up the fact that there's no good matchmaking for people on your level, because that also makes it bad, because people will just come in and absolutely curb stomp you. And then if you put it to where you play with only people on your level, well, then the good players cry and whine because they can't curb stop people that are below their level, which I disagree with. I think skill-based matchmaking is a good thing. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. But, I mean, not only that, but you can be bad at a game that is good and still enjoy it. I'm bad at the Soulsborne games, but I still enjoy those games.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, this is a non-argument. It's just an argument from pure emotion. It's an argument from pure cope, is what it is at the base of it.
Then there's the other one. You only hate it because you're on the hate train. Yes. Moving on.
Sometimes the hate train can be correct.
The hate train is on the correct track.
Yes,
buddy.
We're not on the hate or glaze side. We're on the correct side, and sometimes
a good example of the hate train being on the correct track is Marathon.
Yes.
A good example of the hate train being on the wrong track is Hogwarts Legacy.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. That backfired.
This game is, I can guarantee you, it's going to have these random highs where people are like, "Oh, Bungie's back," right before they crap in your cereal again.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Get off that train. It is an abusive relationship.
We see this with every Marvel movie that's released or every superhero movie that's released. That comes out, and for the first week, everybody, all these people online are like, "We're so back. This is peak." And then nobody talks about any of it after that.
Yeah, you know what else nobody has talked about in like a month?
What?
Stranger Things.
We got a video on that one. You can go watch that. Yeah.
You should go watch that podcast.
Yeah. We got a podcast on that one. So.
I'll just come out and say I hope Marathon dies. I hope they have to shut it down.
Yeah, I hope all these slop live services die.
Now, the guy I was watching do a review, he was a little harsher. He said, and I quote, "No, I hope it don't shut down. I hope you throw billions at this game while it flops and burns so that you burn a hole in your wallet."
Deal. Yep.
Bungie's a dead company to me. I'm not buying anything they make anymore.
Yes.
Like, I'm done.
Yep. You remember remember the good old days when it was just like Left 4 Dead 2?
For you all, Crimson Desert comes out in 2 weeks. You should probably play that.
What the heck is that?
Remember seeing that really good looking fly the dragon around?
Like years ago at E3?
Yeah. Or finally coming out. Now, I may end up back on this podcast after it releases being like, "Man, my words aged like fine milk." But I hope not.
Yeah. Yes.
The only reason I say that I'm going to leave it open for me to have to recuse that is because I've never heard of this company before. So and this project seems quite ambitious.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I am kind of excited for it. I'm definitely going to watch somebody play a little bit before I buy it, though.
Yeah.
But on other news, Pokopia came out, and I highly recommend that if you want a chill, fun game well put together. It's basically Animal Crossing with Pokemon mixed with Minecraft. It's really fun.
Nice. Okay.
Blue Point Studio is being shut down. I think we mentioned that last week.
I think we did, yeah.
Yes, but apparently, and this has more to it, a ex-dev mentioned that they did send a proposal to FromSoft to make a full remake of Bloodborne. And FromSoft shut it down. Well, it turns out they may have actually sent 12.
Bruh.
And it was turned down each time.
That it's so Jover for us. We're never going to get a Bloodborne remake.
That right there may take me off of the Bloodborne cope.
Yeah. Yep.
It is.
No, the question is it FromSoft doing this or is it Sony through FromSoft doing this?
That's the thing, we don't know.
Yeah.
I've heard 1,000 different excuses.
But then again, they did Demon's Souls, and Demon's Souls was a PlayStation exclusive. What is it with Bloodborne that they wanted? They wanted to stay the PS4 30 FPS version.
It sounds like what's actually happening is Sony is trying to save it as a lightning in a bottle that they can release if they're really in the gutter.
Yeah. But
how long are people going to stay interested? Like, I'm already seeing people jump off the interest train.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Bloodborne has created a cult following, so it'll always be, like, liked. But, yeah. I don't know.
The other thing that angers me, Sony has announced that they will be pulling out all support for PC releases, meaning they are going full PlayStation exclusive again.
What exclusives?
Correct!
I think the only one for PS5 right now is what? The God of War Ragnarok?
It's on PC.
Oh, yeah, there are no exclusives then.
Yeah, there's no exclusives.
Sony, we need the exclusives.
They're going to make everything exclusive now, like Wolverine, probably John Wick, that sort of stuff.
And what for? Like, when everything else has gone to...
I don't know what they're doing. They're idiots.
Yeah.
You make more money if you put them on Steam.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's to compete with the Steam machine, but there's no competing with the Steam machine.
Yeah.
You have Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, Steam machine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so far ahead. with being able to play your PC library on a console. So,
Yeah.
remember when Jeff Keighley said that we were all just crying, High Guard was the best game ever made? It's like sliced bread.
Yes.
It's shutting down.
Nice. Let's go. The live service shutting down. I like to see it.
No, not a single
Live service slop, that is, because Arc Raiders is good live service.
not a single person is surprised.
No, not at all. But that game, for the first week it was out, was great. And those of y'all, and you
Can I hear a joke though?
you criticizing it, you just hate. You're just a hater.
You want to hear it funny though?
What?
It had higher max players when it came out than Marathon does.
Yep.
But Marathon's the one that's a success, right? The other issue with Marathon is that a lot of people hate watching and hate playing.
Yeah, that
You
is.
can argue with your wallets, idiots.
Yes, exactly. That's the main way you argue.
So Microsoft's CEO, Phil Spencer, is stepping down. And a new one is put in place, and it is a whammon.
Oh, ew.
That's not the main issue.
No, that's not the
She's
issue.
completely unqualified. She's in... Are you ready? Are you guys ready? She's an AI engineer. It's over.
It's so over.
She's completely unqualified for this. And instead of admitting that she's unqualified for a job in a gaming industry like that, they decided to fabricate an Xbox account of hers. But people were not stupid.
No.
They went and looked at it. It was made about a month ago. Well, listen to this. It was made about a month ago, and it had a gamer score that would require a minimum of 100 hours per week of gameplay. That means game 10 hours a day, sleep 6 hours a night, have a couple hours of free time maybe for the entire month, no weekends.
But an AI engineer.
Yep.
Ain't no way you're going to be an AI engineer and do all that.
That's the point.
Exactly.
A lot of people kept commenting saying, props to the guys that were actually playing on this fake person's account.
Listen, you remember when Elon Musk tried to trick people into thinking, I forgot what game it was.
It was
But he paid?
No, it was Path of Exile 2, and he paid people to play it for him.
Yeah, for him. And the internet found out. You're not getting that past the internet.
No, we know this is fake.
Yeah.
You all hired an AI engineer for one reason. You want AI video games.
Yeah,
And it is
exactly.
about to be Jover.
Yeah. Yeah, because now they're going to put AI in this Microsoft crap.
Xbox, I do not know why you continue to shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah. What do you think it's going to look like, though, with the AI?
Awful slop.
Well, no, I mean, but what do you think? How do you think they're going to implement it? What do you think they're going to do with it?
Make AI games. I don't think they're going to implement it into the Xbox. I think they wanted an AI engineer because they want to make AI games that are cheap to make.
That's yes, and they'll really we'll need to find a new word than slop at that point.
Like AI games, I would rather play Redfall again.
Kind of like those YouTube channels that use AI, and they shart out like 10 videos a day.
Yeah.
Like slop doesn't even begin to describe those videos.
It's a great tool, but it cannot accommodate the creative process.
Or it at least shouldn't. Yeah.
I use AI to help me learn how to code the back end for a 2D game engine.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to use it for my creative ideas.
Yeah. So, exactly. It should not be used for the creative process. It can be used for research, but not the creative process.
The only thing I technically did that was technically creative process was asking if I would be sued if I used the name Backrooms.
Yes.
Turns out, probably. So I have to figure out a different thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it can be used as a tool. Like it's like the devs who made Expedition 33, that they got unrightfully taken out of the indie awards because they used AI. But what they used AI for was the correct usage.
It was a placeholder.
Yeah.
It was a placeholder. What's it called? Texture that they just forgot about. And I didn't notice it.
But they still, the stuff they put over it was from them.
Yeah.
And then when they
Yeah, they
realized it. They removed it. But everything else is still there.
They removed it within a week of the game coming out.
Yeah.
And then 3 months later are disqualified for it.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah, that's a good use of AI. They didn't overtake the process. The game itself is not AI. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Valve is having
Nice.
a bad time. They're sued again.
When are they not getting sued?
They're being sued by New York, stating loot boxes are gambling.
I mean, I agree, but what games are from Valve are being...
You make the exact point everyone else is making. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, I agree. Why are we suing Valve?
Why are we not suing Blizzard or...
why are we not suing Blizzard for Overwatch?
Yes.
You know, the big one, FIFA packs,
Yeah, exactly.
NBA 2K.
But no, Valve.
No, we're going to sue Valve for CSGO boxes
Yes, exactly.
that are far less egregious.
Yeah.
Why? Leave Valve alone. They're not doing that bad.
Why are we not suing Riot for their stupid League of Legends and Valorant skins that are $200?
Where was this years ago when we were saying it
Yeah.
as well?
Yes. Exactly. No, we're suing the quiet kid in the corner that did nothing. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I know. Like, the whole thing is we've got a classmate of students that are being really loud, doing awful things and making a lot of money. But then there's one kid in the back who created the whole created a process that allows him to be super rich, but he's not said a word. He's not done anything stupid. But we're going to sue him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The only reason this is happening is because I can guarantee you, the only reason this is happening, allegedly, is a bunch of people in New York that were on this committee saw that Valve was being already sued, thought they were weak,
Yeah.
and want money from them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really all.
But even though Valve is like the richest out of all of them, like,
But speaking of suing, more suing.
yeah,
Nintendo is suing the U.S. government
let's go.
for the tariffs. They are citing that the tariffs caused a delay and a massive drop in Switch 2 sales. No, your inventory caused that. But anyway, I do think the tariffs are a bit much.
Yeah, they are.
I do think he's going wrong at it. And right now, it's a big whose penis is bigger match between Trump and Congress. Right?
It's a petty fight between them. Yes,
Yeah.
that's destroying shipping on between us and other countries.
Yeah.
Needlessly, but yeah,
I'm not going to get into politics of that.
Yeah.
But and then I don't see you winning this, Nintendo, though.
yeah,
Because you either have to somehow make the U.S. courts to agree to be tried in Japan,
yeah, exactly.
or you're going to end up at a U.S. court and you're going to lose.
That's what I was
You're
about.
going to end up at a UN court and you're going to lose.
That's what I was about to ask. How does a company from a different country sue a country?
I don't know, because even if we're talking UN, not all countries are in the UN.
No.
So there's no big sue between.
Well, there's also like different policies in the countries within the UN.
Yeah.
Like,
what happens how does this work? You know what? I'm going to sue. I decide I'm going to sue random Puerto Rico. I'm going to sue Puerto Rico
shout out to Puerto Rico. Yes.
for some reason.
Yes.
The U.S. courts of the country I'm in says they owe me $1 million.
Yes.
How are we enforcing that?
Yeah, exactly.
Are we going to nuke Puerto Rico until they give random dude living in America his $1 million?
Yes.
See, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see how that works. I don't know the court system. Please do not pretend to be a lawyer in our comment section.
Yes.
If you actually are a lawyer, that's cool.
Yes.
But please do not backseat lawyer
Yeah, exactly.
in the comment
Yes.
section.
Yes.
But I'm a bit confused of how this would even work.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't see it going anywhere, even though I do think these tariffs need to be brought down.
Yes.
Because this is nothing but a whose penis is bigger match between
Yes.
Trump and Congress right now.
Yep. Exactly. It's all petty. And the regular civilian is paying for it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That is all.
All right. So, that is all the gaming news we have. And now we're going to get into the games that we have played this week, because we're going to end on the big one. So I'll start with me. Resident Evil 4 remake. After watching you play 9, I
am going back to that one too.
Yeah, well, I bought there's a deluxe edition that has both the 2 remake and the 3 remake with it. It's like $90. I actually recommend that. It's really.
I bought that a while ago when it was on sale for like $12, I think.
12,
was like 20.
What?
But yeah. The only thing is when I bought it, I thought of that meme as like, oh, you're buying Resident Evil 4? Well, I'll throw in Resident Evil 4 and 2. I'll throw in Resident Evil 3 with no extra cost. No, but it's free. I don't want it. Sir, it's free. If that game even touches Resident Evil 2 or 4, I will kill you.
Yes.
Unalive you.
In Minecraft.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah. No, the 3 remake isn't bad. It just, it's 4 hours because they cut out like 80% of the original game.
Yeah, and 90% of it is just running from
Nemesis. Yeah. And it was not worth the $60 when it released.
No.
It is worth like maybe $10 now,
but I am going back and playing 4 again.
Yeah. I started it last night. It's
so good.
It's the remake is not as good as the original. The gameplay is way more defined. What?
Explain. No, we need to explain because why is it not as good as it?
Yeah, the gameplay is
tank controls is the reason it's not as good. I'm going to get out of here.
No, the gameplay is more defined, refined, and accessible in the remake. However, I do think the remake flattens some of the parts that are so good in 1. For instance, the final boss. I love the final boss to the original where he turns into this big like spider thing, and I love the soundtrack.
Talking about how he's got the second phase?
The second phase, he just turns into massive stuff.
Yeah, but I didn't really. Okay, I can see why adding it as annoying, but that didn't really flatten.
Well, that and also the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack to him.
I will give you.
In the remake, the soundtrack is buried underneath orchestral noise.
Yeah,
and I hate that when it comes to remakes.
That's the same issue I had with Kingdom Hearts 3, where they had the good original music buried under too much.
Yeah.
But
there's some. It's kind of like almost. You know what? The more I think about it, they're almost on par with one another because what they're good at and what they do less than, it like equals out each other. Like
I would say for me, I would say they do pretty much equal out. But I would still say the original is better for one reason.
Yeah,
that is the new Ashley sections in remake.
Yeah.
The unnecessary action.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Remake. None of them were necessary. They're just really annoying.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think they're very great games.
Yes.
Like, we're talking a 9.9 to a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Now, I do think the remake of 2 is better than the original.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it's great. Not the remake of 3. 3 has more content to it. And is, But yeah, 4 is a masterpiece. It's one of the greatest games ever created. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. I even recommend that bundle because that bundle, you're not paying
also
$60 for the 3 remake, so it's worth getting it with that.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, any other games you played?
No, that's about it.
I've played 3 games. I played first off, Poco again, 10 out of 10. Recommend it.
Oh.
If you want a chill game.
Nice.
Love it. Played a lot of Fallout 76. Lot of Fallout 76.
What is wrong with you? How do you get onto a marathon?
What happened 2 weeks ago when you said Fallout's actually gotten better?
I'm making a joke, but yes.
Yeah.
How can you?
I knew you were going to make a joke. That's why I said it.
Yes. How can you just get on a marathon, huh, and play Fallout 76?
Surprisingly, they actually stuck with it and made it better.
Yes, that's what I've heard. So, yes.
I don't know. It's great. Not became cool. It's fun. Grindy, though, so I don't...
if you have the time, I guess.
I don't even have time.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not trying to claim to be a hardcore player because I'm not going to be because I do not have time to grind. So I'm just playing the normal stuff.
Yeah.
But then I've also been playing the game we're about to talk about.
Yes, exactly.
Is it?
And that game that we're going to talk about is Resident Evil 9 Requiem.
Yeah.
It is the greatest game ever. It is the greatest Resident Evil. if you know that. If you don't say that it is, then screw you. You're not a real Resident Evil fan.
Saying this?
Yes. Screw you. You're not a real Resident Evil fan.
Why are people saying this?
I don't know. The game has like a 90-some%, and it is rated higher than Resident Evil 4 right now.
I disagree with that, but I would give it an 8. It's just
like I have to say, people, this is recency bias. Chill out.
the reason I give it an 8 is because the way I score things, for me, an 8 points out of the 10 are for gameplay.
Yeah, gameplay is number one.
The other 2 are story and design.
Yeah, so we'll get into the gameplay is number one, which I would say I haven't played Resident Evil 9. I just watched you play like what 90% of it.
I probably do most.
Yeah, I watched you play 90% of it. From what I've seen, it looks fun, and the gameplay looks solid. So the gameplay is number one. As long as the gameplay is good, then it's a good game. Story is another thing, though.
Yeah, we'll talk.
So Resident Evil 9, Requiem. Where do we even begin with the review?
I can begin.
Yeah, you begin.
I know what I want to say.
Yeah.
Well, like we just mentioned, I want to start off with the good, and that's the gameplay.
Yeah.
I really like the gameplay, including the horror sections. They were pretty darn good. I got jump scared a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There were actually some good horror aspects to the horror sections, and then Leon's is awesome.
Yeah.
Fun, besides one particular part, which is
Yeah.
first off, spoilers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, spoilers for the game if you haven't played it. So
Yeah.
we're talking about the whole thing here. So
No, the only section I would say is bad is at the very end of the game. There are these dudes with machine guns that can kill you in milliseconds,
yeah.
and they have the aim of God.
Yes.
It's really stupid.
Yeah. And you're talking just pure gameplay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because
Just pure gameplay. But like I said, gameplay is awesome, and I do recommend the game for the gameplay.
yes.
But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. So
Yeah.
well, now I'll move into what I consider the bad.
The story.
That and some other aspects of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get this one out of the way so that people can run to our comment section and call us sexist and cry about it
Yes.
and all of that. The first thing I want to say is there's not a chance on God's green earth that Leon should have given her that gun, given Grace that gun, because she could not shoot it.
Yeah. That gun would have flown out of her hand, broke her wrist or something.
Sure, her wrist would have been broken, and
Yes.
the gun would have flown out of her hand, hit her in the face, and killed her or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But no, she could not shoot that gun. I couldn't shoot that gun.
Yeah.
You barely could shoot that gun.
Yeah.
With training, you probably shoot that gun.
Yeah.
But, and then that just brings us into Grace. Grace is a terrible character.
Grace is a bumbling moron in this. Like a lot of us thought that Ethan was a bumbling moron in 7 and 8. She is worse, I would argue.
Far worse.
She is set up as an FBI agent who makes the stupidest decisions when investigating.
Yeah, she can't do anything
Yeah.
correctly. Like, I'm just going to come out with the most egregious one.
Mhm.
The freaking armband.
Yes.
You walk into a room,
Yes.
his body on the table with an open chest, and he's like strapped to the table with what I would consider, from what I looked at, it's just medical Velcro straps.
Yes.
So instead of taking the knife that you have, or, God forbid, shooting it,
Yes.
you do whatever it takes to just remove the Velcro, and boom, there's the tier 3 wristband. We could have avoided everything with chunk.
Bro, this is something that should have been in Borderlands, not Resident Evil.
Instead of doing any of that, we have to go down into the garage where you walk to the far end.
You have to get like organs, don't you?
We walk to the far end. There's a box there with there's like a medical box, and you pick up, and then you have to hide. You basically have to run to the back wall because some idiot comes through with a
Chainsaw.
old bulldozer.
Oh yeah, right.
Comes through a bulldozer, and conveniently the bulldozer breaks
Yeah.
right before it hits the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, I would excuse convenience
Mm-hmm.
if the rest of it was good. The problem is that it's nothing but convenience in this game.
What I would argue is that Grace's sections, there's only a couple of sections story-wise that are actually good.
Yeah.
Leon's are far better because it's tonally consistent. It's Resident Evil 4,
Yeah.
basically.
But that whole section, you have to go down there, you get that, and then you have to go find the lungs.
Yeah.
Or find the heart, and you put the lungs and the heart in to revive this dude as a zombie, only to kill him.
Hey, take
the bracelet. It's so stupid.
Here's the thing: the gameplay is fun, but what they have you do is so stupid.
Yes,
They make Grace out to be a complete idiot.
What about walking into we walk into the kitchen, the dude's chopping things. You could climb over the stainless steel table.
Yes.
Or we could go right next to him and push the giant bucket of blood.
And make a whole bunch of
noise.
Yes.
Because Grace is an absolute moron.
Not only that, why does she need the kid for the Braille thing when she...
Oh, no, you let me tell the Braille thing.
Yes.
So when you reach the final box to get the final part, there is 4 buttons on it, and you're supposed to hit it in a certain order. On the previous ones, when you try to input a code, it pops up.
Yeah.
On the thing where you clicked.
Yes.
So she goes to this one and it's Braille. So instead of, clicking the button and making it appear to see which button is which and then just re-putting the code after you put the wrong one in.
Yeah.
No, she decides, I can't do this. I have to go get blind girl.
And put her in danger.
Carry her all the way through here so that she can do it for me.
Yes. Grace, you're terrible, honestly.
Gets in the helicopter, does not shoot freaking zombies as they're climbing up.
Exactly.
When you could have shot them off.
Yes.
At least, because it has been shown that zombies stagger if you hit them in the head.
Yep.
Instead, you just pull up while the zombies are just climbing when you could have shot them off.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Grace is an idiot.
Yes. And some people may argue, well, it's supposed to be like this dynamic between how competent Leon is and that she's just a woman. She's an FBI agent. She should at least have some level of competence.
Yes.
But she doesn't. She is terrible at even investigating.
The only section that I would say has only one issue with it is the prison section, like the cells, because that one you got to go around and get all the power blocks, switch, some actual stuff.
Yeah.
There are certain things she could have done differently there, but the egregious one is when you walk into the room with the electrified water and you walk to the other end, and there is an open way in the gate, but you can't cross it because there's a wooden box that's... it's not even a full wooden box.
Oh, yeah. No, there's a lot of horror game cliches in this. First off, content warning, it is gory.
Very.
I would even say that it relies a bit too much sometimes on gore spectacle. So, I would, just understand that. Also, it has some horror game cliches where they don't seem like they have the balls sometimes to actually have a character freely roam around. They're all kind of scripted and on rails mostly.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, in Amnesia: The Dark Descent, when you get to that big choir room, those enemies in that room freely roam around.
Yeah.
And it makes it it makes it much more terrifying. This one, you literally have areas where you can, and it was the same in 7 and 8 as well. 7, I excused it because this was before it became a cliche.
7, it wasn't really like this because Jack could follow you anywhere.
Could he?
Basically, yes.
Okay, I'll have to go back and play.
He roamed the entire front house.
I know it.
It started when you walked into the guest house with Marguerite.
Oh, okay.
She's the one who would just appear.
Yeah. I know in 8, you could literally just run. It was almost comical. You could run in and Lady Dimitrescu would stare at you.
But this one's so...
You could run into the safe room and all.
This one's so egregious, Chum can't get through doors.
Yes.
And
yeah.
And then, what's her name can't go into the light, so there's random areas that they just straight can't get.
Yeah. It's to that, I'm like, y'all don't have the balls to make these characters, make these big super enemies was what I call them.
Yeah.
like freely roam around to where like the character has to get creative, the player has to get creative and go around them. Yeah.
Most of this game was just straightforward hallways where the only tension is when they come down the hallway and you're like, gosh darn it, I can't get around her.
Yeah. Now, I don't know about you, but I did like the weird children section. I thought that was...
Yeah, freaky.
Yeah, I thought that was actually well done horror.
Children.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, you have stuff like that. It seems like it relies on the horror cliches. And also, the grace sections are what I would consider to be... So, the game, it tries to blend both what it did with Resident Evil 2, 7...
4.
And in part, well, Resident Evil 2, 7, and 8, and then also 4 Remake, where the grace sections are trying to be like 2 and 7 and 8, and then the Leon sections are trying to be 4, 5, and 6. For me, tell me if you agree with this. It makes the game tonally inconsistent.
It does.
So. And some of it's just...
Especially with its jumping back and forth.
Yeah. Because it wants to be absurd when you're with Leon, but then it tries to be grounded with Grace. And it just kind of creates this disconnect where it's like...
Yeah.
With Leon, I was smacking zombies with a chainsaw while the chainsaw went everywhere. And yeah. And now here with Grace, it's trying to like be like, oh, look how horrifying this is.
You want to talk about Frankenstein walking down the street carrying a girl on his back?
Yes, that was the... So
somehow Victor...
Yeah, who was the main...
Who looks like Frankenstein. His skin is pale, he's got a bunch of scars, and he's carrying Grace while she's unconscious, is just walking down the street. Nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly. It's so dumb. Well, one does. One looks at it as like, hey, this is kind of screwy. What is this?
Is she okay? Yeah, she's fine. And then she gets shot.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but Leon looks at him like, oh.
Leon
looked
at him like Butch looking at Homeland.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, dude, it's a big, like, 9-foot tall Frankenstein dude carrying an unconscious woman.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's off. Like, go investigate that.
Story is nonsense, by the way.
Yeah.
It's just more wannabe mind control thing.
Yeah.
It's fine on its own, the story you're trying to tell, but you're trying to tell this as a wrap-up to what's happened, and for God's sake, allow Leon to mention the village in 4.
Yes.
Why is he not allowed to talk about this?
Yeah, he only talks about 2, what happened in 2, that's it.
The big reveal of the agent lady that's talking to him is you're supposed to find out that was the daughter of the guy that you saved in 2.
Yeah.
But that would have been a lot better if that was Ashley.
Yes, yeah.
It would have made more sense to, because she said she wanted to become an agent afterwards. By the way, Los Plagas was used to create, I think, the next virus that is what's running rampant in 5, 6, or roaming rampant in, I think, 6 and 9.
Yeah.
Those two...
I mean, it makes sense, because, like, you have the what are they called, the bloaters? Where, in this one, where...
Basically, the story is that the original mode was deconstructed and used to make the T-virus, and then the T-virus is deconstructed and used with the Los Plagas to create the virus that's in this game.
Yeah.
It at least flows, but none of it's mentioned in the story, which is what makes it bad.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we talked about the virus, or we didn't talk about this yet, how strange the zombies are when they get infected. Apparently, it's just because the virus, and this is what makes me mad. The only time you can see this is if you die and see the tooltip.
Yeah.
It says the zombies like to, it says something like the zombies like consistency in tasks.
Yeah.
Meaning that they're just constantly doing what they were thinking before they got infected.
Yeah.
Like the dude flipping the light on and off, like, turn off the light.
Yeah. I thought that was actually cool at first, but I think they don't do much with it, because all you can do is just strong arm all these zombies. There's no strategy for each of them.
If there was more to do with it, which there's only really one thing to do, there's only really one zombie Actually, there's two of them. There's one in the left wing and the right wing that you could do this with.
Mm-hmm.
He's carrying around a like IV bag stand, and he doesn't like sound. Now, you can actually do something with that. If you throw a glass bottle at Chunk, he will get mad at that sound and he'll run up and smack Chunk with the IV stand.
Are you talking about the big fat one? Yeah.
He is actually strong enough to one-shot. He will kill Chunk.
Okay.
That's really the only thing that you can do is he doesn't like sound.
Yeah.
So he attacks anything that makes sound, so you can use him to attack other zombies or attack Chunk.
Yeah.
But that's not used again. Like, especially when you get to the Leon section, they're just rage zombies from friggin' 28 days later.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you reach the end of the game. We're going to talk about the ending here. If you're still here and you didn't want spoilers, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
There are two endings to this game. Hold up. There are two endings to this game. So, the one that you are naturally going to choose because you listen to the cutscenes, paying attention to the story, you are naturally going to choose Destroy Elpis.
And what is Elpis? Okay, yeah.
Elpis is what Victor has been after the whole time, and you end up running into what I'm going to call Neo from the Matrix.
Yes. Or Wesker from, what was it, 5 and 6, I think? His name is Zeno.
Okay.
So,
yeah, he shows up and he wants access to it because he's part of like an organization that wants to cause anarchy in the world to get money. Basically.
Yeah.
Well, he's there. You end up finding Elpis, and the choice is you're given a choice. If you type in the wrong password, Elpis will be destroyed, and if you type in the correct password, Elpis will be usable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's said that Elpis is the ultimate weapon. It'll be the ultimate power. It'll completely upset the balance of the entire world.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're going through the game, you're told all of this, and you are a logical person if you picked Destroy Elpis.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Capcom thought otherwise, and you get a big middle finger of an ending.
Yes.
Basically, it goes like this. You destroy Elpis, dude turns, shoots Leon, turns back and stares at Grace as he falls down and the place explodes. Grace walks up, gets on a helicopter, says one line, "I wish I could have saved you, Leon." Credits. What? I said, wait, what?
Yes.
Luckily, it lets you go right back and pick.
No. The game literally is like, okay, you want to see what actually happens?
Yes. So apparently, you were supposed to piece together from stuff that was not in the story.
Yes.
I'm going to say this outright. There was nothing in the story pointing to this being what it actually is.
That was a troll ending. This is
Well, so they wanted to troll you?
Yeah.
Wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I think. I got no other explanation.
Because if they're trying to say that if they're trying to say that you should have figured this out, then this is even worse.
Yeah,
terrible story.
Yeah.
Because Elpis is actually a cure for all of the viruses, T-virus, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what upsets the world, is that no one is able to use the virus anymore because you just cured it.
Yep.
Well, what?
Yeah.
You end up falling down the thing because Victor shows back up.
Yeah.
Deus Ex Machina Victor.
Mm-hmm.
He shows back up and you end up having to fight him. And I will argue a very cool final boss fight. He basically gets up on these tentacles that come out of his back like Dr. Octavius.
Yeah.
And he starts attacking you. And then he does, for some reason, this has been a trope right now with Resident Evil. He becomes a gigantic creature at the end.
Yeah.
Of the fight.
Yeah.
But he was actually a pretty good fight. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm starting to get kind of tired of the final boss being just one blob mass of stuff.
That's why I liked 2, because
well, I like the original 4 where he's
do that.
Yeah, the original 4 he's like a spider. Yeah.
Mr. X didn't do that in 2 either.
Mm-hmm.
But he shows back up in this game, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
No other reason.
Well, yeah. Do you think it relied too much on member berries going through Resident Evil 2? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it. What happened is they wanted you to feel nostalgic going back to Raccoon City, but they left no room for anything else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That section should have been longer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the ending, the second ending ends with a cliffhanger again, if you watch all the way through, and then to the credit sequence that some other organization has found what was left of Elvis, which means they're probably going to create a virus out of it that can't be cured, and Resident Evil 10 is confirmed.
Resident Evil X, that's what they need to call it there.
Apparently, Resident Evil 10's also been in development for 4 years already.
Of course it is.
So it's probably not far off.
Resident Evil out in space. The zombies have made it to space. Leon has a big old shonen anime fight where he's throwing planets at a galaxy-sized zombie.
But there's just the stupid compounds. Grace being carried throughout the street with no backlash. Grace somehow being able to fire the Requiem.
Yes.
Grace being an absolute moron, buffoon.
Them
Leon putting up with her crap and not smack. Anyway.
You say you just okay.
I'm joking. I'm just. But anyway, all of that compounds, and then the story just being bad, it compounds to 1 out of 10 story. It's bad.
Well, I would also say it tries to have its cake and eat it too with its tone. It wants to be wacky and absurd, but it also wants to be grounded at the same time. Like you can't have both. You have to have one or the other because both of those things contradict one another.
Yeah.
Like if it was just Leon wackiness, I'd been fine. Like it'd be fun.
I will give Capcom props though. There is a super Easter egg in the game that people are, I'm pretty sure, still trying to figure out.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, that's my thoughts on the game. What's yours?
But I mean, I've been given kind of. I haven't played it. I just watched you play it. So
now, well, that being said, I do still. If you enjoy the gameplay of 4 and 7 and 8, play it. It's still a fun play.
Yeah,
it's not a bad game.
Yeah,
the story's bad. Now I'll always call it bad stories.
Yeah, no, the story's bad, but the gameplay's good. Which the gameplay is the number one main thing about a game. So if the gameplay is good, then it makes the game at least a 6 out of 10 at least if the gameplay's good. Yeah. But yeah, the story is ridiculous. Yeah, like as he said, Grace is she's even stupider than Ethan from 7 and 8. The only tonally consistent parts are Leon because it's tonally like ridiculous all the way through. Whereas Grace's part, it tries to be grounded but also be wacky at the same time. It's like you can't do both. You gotta choose one or the other. Yeah.
No. I forgot to talk about another really stupid thing.
Okay.
At the end when you get the cure for the from Elvis, Grace uses one on Leon, and then the other dude uses one, and then Grace just casually leaves the other 4 vials there that could have been great cures.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. She only takes one.
Yeah.
This is what
Grace is an absolute moron.
This is what happened. What is it with modern writers right now? Like trying so hard. They go after only spectacle and all these wacky crap, and they completely just leave actual details that makes their characters utterly stupid.
Yep.
That didn't need to make their characters utterly stupid. They just completely leave those in the dust. Like it's... And that type of stuff does not need to be praised. It needs to be criticized because it's not good writing. We don't have to just have good gameplay and bad stories. We can have both. There are plenty of games that have both. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, we it's still recommended because the game is the gameplay is fun. So, still probably have fun with it. So, yeah. You got anything else to say on it?
I do not.
All right. Well, and so those are our thoughts on the new Resident Evil 9 Requiem because we basically played almost all the Resident Evils out there, and this is a huge.
Except for that racist one.
Except for the racist one, yes, the one that's in Africa. Even though nobody cared about 4 being in Spain, but all right. But never mind that. Game journalists are they are a different kind of they are a special kind of breed. Anyway,
they are.
Anyway, so what do y'all think? Let us know what y'all's thoughts about it in the comment section down below. Thank y'all for listening or watching. We love y'all. God bless y'all, and we will see you all next time. Peace.